What's up, guys? God's Lee back with another video. In this video, we get our first look at Nessus kind of as a whole and some of the things that you can do there. And we see a lot of awesome stuff. Just when it starts out, they start off in a different area than when we were in the strike. So it's got the multiple landing zones to it. And you kind of see there's a few little things that say like new quest activity available, new adventures available. So it's going to tell you all the stuff that you can do as you go along. And then they cut quickly to a public event, which we've seen before in gameplay, but it's just a little bit extra. It's where you're having to defend this drill or you're trying to destroy it, I guess, override the mining lander. And from above you, there's a ship dropping just missiles all over you. And so you've got to manage the ads and you've got to be able to take out the drill and watch out for the missiles that are coming. So a Titan bubble and being able to just, strafe out the way with your hunter is going to be paramount to being successful. And they've also said that whenever you're doing a heroic public event, or whenever you're doing a public event, if you make it heroic, there's going to be an extra task that you can do. And if you choose to do that, then it's going to make it heroic, which is going to make it even harder for you and your teammates. And then as they moved on, they showed more of the planet. They said that we're going to have more public event like variants than we've ever had before. They even showed some of the stuff that we've had before, like disrupt Vex construction, so that I think it was sacrificing in Destiny 1. So you got to kill enemies before they get to the little pillar that's forming. So we're going to have some stuff that's going to be revisited that we've had before, but we're going to have a ton of stuff that we've already seen. Then you've got these adventures, which is going to be bonus story. And pretty much it's going to be kind of like some of the side missions we had in Destiny. They're fully voiced, but they're not going to have you going in these huge areas or these long adventures. They're going to kind of keep you in one little section. He basically said that he wants you and your fire team to be able to stay in one area, complete something, and then be able to, instead of go to orbit or go somewhere else, you can just stay there and continue to explore or do main missions or anything else that you want. And so we just get to see more and more of this planet, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And as we see one of these adventures, we see that there's this new mechanic where the Vex seem to have kind of like the Taken. If you run through the Taken stuff, it can damage you. The Vex now have a thing where if you're running on it on these certain platforms, it kind of looks Taken in a way that it will cause damage to you as well. And later on you see a character, you're trying to shoot these enemies, but you're pretty much having to stay in the air the whole time to be successful at killing the enemies and getting farther on. Then we start talking a little bit about lost sectors. We see the one from the strike area that we've seen in the beta, and we thought that it was maybe in that vaulted glass door, but it turns out that it's right below it by the waterfall. We just couldn't see it because it was closed off from us, but you can go down there, and they show us a pretty good bit of it. They kind of cut from when you get from the entrance to down in there, but it looks huge and fantastic. And the one thing you'll notice about this map is it is absolutely ginormous. You'll see at the very end that a player jumps off the edge and you think, oh, he's just going to die, because in Destiny 1 when you jump off the edge you die. No, he jumped off the edge to another part of the planet and then he just rode off on his sparrow. So this, if Nessus is a vision of what we're going to have, it is going to be absolutely amazing. This game is going to be awesome in my opinion. I know the hype train is real, but I'm trying not to stay overly hyped. I'm just seeing the results and I'm liking what I see. So they get down here and basically you fight through all the enemies, you do whatever the objective is, and you have a boss at the end. And we gotta get to see the boss. He fights the boss, pretty easy to kill. And then you get to open up the loot, which is a pretty cool little loot box. It's got a little lost sector thing in it. We're supposed to get some pretty good loot from it. Then we go quickly to a mission where it says recover audio logs from crew members. And it's got kind of some dead astronauts or whatever laying on the ground holding hands. And then it's pretty much a mission you do after you've beaten the campaign. So it's something you can come back and revisit. This one particularly is about failsafe on Nessus. And so it looks to be a fairly big mission. And look, I mean, you see like the fallen, building where they first landed, like when humans first came to Nessus. And it's so big and expansive, and you fight some fallen, and it looks just amazing. I can't wait to play this when the game's over. My objective is to beat Destiny 2 as quickly as I possibly can, because there's a lot of fun video ideas I have for you guys. And I want to be able to get my characters done so that I can, get in there, be able to do the raid and everything else, and play all these missions, because I really want to know everything that I can possibly know. And so they show a lot more of that, and I'll kind of cut in between there. They show some of the enemies that you fight, and then they talk about the map a little bit. So we've confirmed that the map we've had is Nessus, which we've known that for the whole time. And now we can kind of see where everything is. So if you pause the video somewhere right here where the map shows up, you can see where we were for the strike, and you can see where everything else is. So it's pretty cool how big the map is, because we've seen how big the area is where the I think it's called the Well of Flame, but it's where the Vault of Glass door is. And look at the rest of the map. It is so huge, and there's multiple landing zones they've confirmed, and it says over time you can get these new landing zones as you progress throughout the level, or the map. And so oh man, I'm just super excited. They show some more of this gorgeous planet, more of the enemies, and then they talk about the flashpoints. And I want you to notice that when they talk about the flashpoints, it says prestigious gear. I don't know what prestigious gear is, but it's kind of like a titanium platinum looking thing. So I don't know if this is going to be Nightfall level, but it's going to be a weekly event every week at a different location where you and anybody can go. And it says 0%, so I'm assuming that you can complete it a little bit over time possibly. But it just looks like this huge battleground with tons of enemies. So I'm going to be hitting these up every week. I know the prestigious gear is green, but that Ingram is not green. So I'm hoping this is going to get us just some beautiful loot, and we'll just have to wait and see. But there's a huge enemy. In this case, it's a big servitor, and we're just going to have to wait and see what those rewards truly are going to be. But that's pretty much it as far as the Nessus tour goes, guys. At the very end, you'll see what I'm talking about, where the buddy just jumps off, and then all of a sudden he jumps off, and it's the rest of the planet. And I'm so excited. I hope you guys are as well. Let me know in the comments if you are excited, if this planet looks gorgeous. I think the red and the white just hits beautifully on the screen. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment below, let me know what was your favorite thing about the IGN video today. I'll have it in the description if you want to watch it with the sound. Tomorrow we'll be doing the last PvP reveal, which is going to be super exciting, so I can't wait to see that and see what they show us. And then we're going to talk about exotics Wednesday, and then I think Friday they're going to have Ask Bungie Anything. And then it's going to be kind of dry for a little while until we get to the PC beta. And I've got a monster PC on the way in the mail right now, which should be here hopefully before the beta. And if I can get that thing working, it's going to be a beauty. So we'll just have to wait and see then. But make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.